Welcome to Madden's first informative video. The purpose of this video is to explain how our mechanically actuated pumps work. We also want to emphasize the simplicity and quality of a Madden Diaphragm Metering Pump by showing the assembly process and then viewing it in action. What you are seeing now is a quick slideshow giving an idea of how our pumps are assembled to order. Each pump you see is carefully hand tested throughout assembly for the smoothest operation possible. After adding standard or epoxy paint, the pump is off to testing, where we run the pump for 24 hours before shipping to ensure quality. Now you are seeing a cutaway version of a Madden MF118 pump. Madden's MF118s have a 30:1 gear ratio, which reduces the 1,725 RPM motor speed to 57.5 RPMs on the drive shaft, resulting in Madden MF118s having a maximum output of 18 gallons per hour. This is in the middle range of outputs that Madden models are capable of. Some pumps will have a 10:1 gear ratio and others will have a 60:1 gear ratio. This allows the piston to be actuating at much greater and slower speeds. You can see here how the eccentric piece rotates in an oval pattern, allowing the rod to evenly travel forward and backward. This is how consistent and accurate output is achieved. The rod is connected to a piston, which is connected to a diaphragm. These diaphragms can be made of neoprene, Hypalon, Viton, Teflon face neoprene, or Teflon face Viton to service whatever liquid is being pumped. The cavity next to the diaphragm is where displacement of liquid happens. Displacement is achieved via the backwards motion of the diaphragm sucking the liquid into the chamber and the forward motion pushing the liquid out. Sitting at both the inlet and outlet portions of the pump are check ball valves. When the piston and diaphragm are drawn backwards, the bottom check ball floats up off its seat, allowing liquid in, and at the same time, the top check ball is being sucked or pulled down tight to its seat, not allowing any liquid out. The opposite happens when the piston and diaphragm are then moving forward, thus resulting in even and accurate metering. Another feature of our pumps is the oil bath. Barring extreme temperatures or altitudes, we commonly suggest ISO 460 grade lubricating oil. When in operation, this pump will be submerged in this oil. The thick oil travels around the pump naturally, riding along the moving parts. It is also able to make its way up the sprocket and onto the worm gear, which then runs over these oil feed tubes to travel into the bearings, thus truly allowing the pump to be completely and continuously submerged in oil, dramatically increasing the life of Madden pumps. Now we will focus on the manually adjustable output rod, which works using a loss of motion principle. This rod allows for a 10:1 turn down ratio of whatever pump model you have. So for example, this MF118 pump, which has a maximum output of 18 gallons per hour. Output as low as 1.8 gallons per hour could be achieved by turning the knob down to 10. It is somewhat counterintuitive, but you should not shut off the pump to make this manual adjustment. Having the pump running allows the rod to turn more easily. The way it works is based on the loss of motion principle we referred to earlier. You'll see that as I continue to back off the stroke adjustment screw, it becomes noticeable that as the rod moves backwards, it is not pulling anything for a short time, and as it comes forward again, it is not pushing anything for a short time either. Now I am slowly turning the adjustment screw back to 100%. And you'll see that the rod and diaphragm are utilizing its full range of motion once again. And finally, here we have a pump in testing. This is a Madden MF110 pump, pumping at a maximum of 10 gallons per hour. This is why the rod and piston are moving slower than the cutaway MF118 pump we just saw. You can see here how the interior parts are submerged in oil, allowing it to be constantly lubricated. Madden pumps, with the proper exterior conditions, can continue operating efficiently like this for many years with only minor wetted end repairs. We hope this video was informative and helpful. If you want any more information, please visit our website. send us an email, or give us a call.